Okay guys, good morning, it's me Luis. So we have another one. It's gonna be a Genesis, the 2017 or 18, the new body stuff. So we got the dealer arm glass, so we're gonna replace the glass now. Okay, so it's gonna be probably the same like the other ones before. Remember, we have these kind of clips right here. It's a little armor right there. We're gonna use the spider today. This is gonna be fast cutting. Remember, we got a lot of clips, and now it's another one under this molding right here, so you have to remove it. I think it's the same than the 16s, because it's coming with the same kind. The style just changed a little bit. It's more style on the size, but it's the same. We got this 10mm. Okay, so we remove this one. Remember, we're gonna keep that one right there. Going to protect our arms from the sun, especially today is a solar eclipse, so we're going to just cover. Remember, we have more clips on there, 2 more actually. They're gonna be just right there. Take this one off. Okay, and now remember the cover coming with the hooks on the bottom. And that's all. Now the molding, remember this kind of moldings has to be released by the sides right here. But we gotta, there's a little hook right here, we gotta go under. You see, it's this one right here. Just open it. You can open from here, or you can take the molding and open it like this. But it's gonna be probably sometimes a little harder, so I think this way is better. And this one is like a little hook right there. Just careful, that one. Under here. Remember, always use plastic, never screwdrivers. Okay. Okay, now let's go inside and strip all the sensors. Okay. I'm gonna remove my gloves because there's a lot of dust with them all under the hood, so I don't want to mess anything here. So remember, we have the cover. You can go from under here to don't make any mark when you, because people make marks here, so it's not good. Remember, this one is coming with 4 only clips right here. I like this one. You see the end part is right there. Okay, Okay, so now we're gonna remove this one. Remember, you line the part to this right here. This one only have little clip. Open it, and that's it. And this one, remember, just push it, open it, go the other way. Let me take my view mirror to have more space. And push in, open, and remember, you're gonna save the same gel if you can. This one broke, I have another new one, so I have to reuse a new one because they gave me a new one. So this one's coming with the glass already, okay? So it's no big deal. And there you go. Okay, so now remember, don't start the car for any reason when you have the sensors out, or you're gonna have to calibrate the system again. Okay, now let's go outside. Okay, so now we're gonna do is remove the little pins or clips that are under here. You gotta remove those without breaking. So you gotta go like this. So don't break these ones, you save it. Because we're gonna reuse dust. Okay guys, so we're gonna insert the line now. I'm gonna put a new line because the other one is older. I used for more than 10 times, so I think that's it. I have a risk to break it, so I don't want to break it in the middle of this job and back again because I'm hurry. Okay, now we're gonna use a little hook right here. I chose this one because it's more friendly when I catch my wire or my fibers only. I don't want to just stress it when something. So I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now remember, we're gonna disconnect our defroster. Slide. There you go. Now this one is a little deeper, so remember, if you don't have hooks, you can make a couple using your dubbers. So I'm gonna use my dubbers again, but you can do it in case you don't have it and you are an emergency. The only you have to do is, you're gonna use these ones, but just get right here an angle, and one more, 2 more, sorry. Okay, so in this way you have your hooks right here. Just clamp right there. First one. Just got 2. Okay, so in this way we're gonna put the hooks on. It's more easy for us, just guide this fiber line right there. Remember, for this one we're gonna use universal molding because I don't have a new one. They didn't have any stock in parts in the dealership, and these people coming from out of town, so they don't have time to wait for another order and wait probably 1 day more to have molding. So we're gonna use universal molding on this one, just the top. Now the last part on the bottom. Ready to work. Okay guys, so we're gonna go the other side. It's a little more easy. see if I can put my seat low, because this thing is too high. That's why I feel like I'm touching the roof. There you go. Okay guys, so remember we're gonna start in the middle because it's gonna be more easy. You can go straight, but I think at this point can move a little bit, so go a little angle in this position. Let's go lower. Okay, you can go straight, but with little angle maybe it's gonna help sometimes a little bit, but you can go straight. So I'm gonna use my little extension today. This car is a little slower, but I'm gonna start working here. That's on my hooks. Okay, you see right there, that's the last part I'm gonna cut. Now let's go to the corner. So remember 4 inches from the at the bottom, close to the pillar side, because remember the sharp on that point is to be supported by the pillar side. On this point we can still stick our dash protectors with no problems. Okay, start your turn right there. That's when you have to stop, because people sometimes they go over here and they're gonna damage the tool. Okay, so I'm gonna go now right here. Remember, left my 4 inches from here, because that one is gonna make me room to put my my headliner protector. Okay. And remember here we can go all the way that way or in the middle. It's better just cut the way here. Probably I'm pretty close to the line. I'm going to stop right here because this kind of glass has a lot of bracket in this area, so I gotta get careful, don't catch anything and break my line. With the stops, remember, let's go that one. Careful with these brackets. A little more there. Right there. And now let's move the same on this part. Remember your distance to keep this area clear, so you can use your dash protector. So remember, follow the instructions for the manufacturer is make the job more easy, because sometimes we're going to figure out by ourselves, and that's when we have problems to make the job. Careful on these parts, because I got attachments very close, exactly on this one. Right. There you go. You see, he broke the gravity stop with no problems. And the last cut, remember, you can go now this part, because we have the dashboard on this part would show the display systems, so it's going to be more higher. So you go here, it's going to be a little more difficult, but you go left and lower the most you can. It's not going to touch the dashboard, it's just going to be very close, but not touching. And at this point you can reuse with no problems your protectors right here. Alright, okay, just careful with your part right here. Okay, we're going to make the cut there. Okay guys, and that's all the cut. And you see we can reuse the line again. Okay guys, on my block, where I left the block. We don't want to scratch these ones. We don't want to damage anything here. Alright, so guys ready? So let's gonna pull this one. Remember, be careful with your hooks right here. Don't drop anything, especially on this area by the bend right there, okay? Because that one can be a problem with the fan system in there. Okay, let's loosen out. That's the glue for the molding. There you go. So I have to move my car because the customer has to move another car, so we have to close this one. Perfect. Okay guys, as you see, we cut the gravity stop with no problems. It's right here, so very easy. So there's no damage, it's clear. Okay, so I'm gonna clean the V. Remember, we're gonna just retouch it. So tomorrow I will start using my Sick Attack, but today I'm gonna use the last two dows. Okay, I got my 5504 over here. Remember, on this kind of glasses, when they have a ceramic paint outside, you can do just once. But when you have this kind of finish, just the glass, you have to go 2 coats, or this one's gonna peel it off. Okay, so I'll be right back to sit. See you next shot. Okay guys, so we already removed the molding and we blow the moss we can with the dust, and now we're gonna just clean. It's not too much because it's a brand new car, so it's not really too much dirt right here. Remember, just make the edge clean because it's the running water channel. So you see the water running free, so that's the deal, to prevent any problem with the leak or the corrosions problems here. Okay, I broke this one, so don't worry about it. This is only to clean this area, so my bee is not going to be there. Just because when I clean, I don't touch the bee anymore, but I don't want that kind of dust close to my bee. This one you see is pretty close, but it's still the water run between the molding and making the running channel, so it's no big deal. But the problem is when the people block completely molding and clips. That's when the problem is started. So now what I'm doing is, before to make before get my training, sometimes I like more weight before I remove the bee. Like I can get my glass ready, and when I'm ready to set is when I clean the bee, because if I clean my bee now, it's gonna be covered by the dust, the wind, the weather. It's gonna start to make a little point like this one. You see the dust right here? So that's why sometimes I like to wait before put my bee. And this one I want to wear at the same time, because this one is going to be free when I cut it. If I wait probably 10 minutes more cleaning my glass and preparing my glass, it's going to be covered by the dust a little bit. So we're gonna wait to set the bee. I mean clean the bee. And I'm gonna get the glass ready. Today's day is slow. Because I told my boss everyone is freaked out about the eclipse today. So I think people just scared. But yeah. So today I'm slow. That's good because I go home early. Got 3 more, but I'm gonna wait for tomorrow. Okay. So we're gonna change gloves, remember? We're gonna use nitro. I'm gonna use this one. I got a new nitro gloves in the front of the truck, so I gotta just put it in here. Because this one, they're 200% thick. So they're more strong than the regulars. And I can reuse it over and over and over. So I got a couple of things I bought yesterday. A couple of these gloves, little scissors, and you know, this one when they had a rust problems with the cars, I can just clean it up. So this is the good one, the cheaper one. So I gotta set that one there. And this is my gloves now, the nitro, but I'm gonna use this one because I want to finish. Because this is 70, you know, 9 millimeters, and this one is 200%. So I have a customers coming, so I'm gonna cut the video here and I'll be right back to set. See you next. Okay guys, so we're gonna set the windshield. So we already put the glue on my glass and the part of the body. If you are not sure where, I know where it's gonna go, but I want to show you, you can do your line here and the other one here, or you want to go on one line. So it's gonna show you where it goes because it's coming like this. You see the stops right here. So the glue running on this direction right here and go down under here and close here. But okay guys, so ready to set the windshield. We're gonna use the side kit on the bottom, but now the top. Oh. The corner right there. Remember, and my corners. There you go. Before you sit, remember, make sure you got the right place. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking use my side kit on top, but this is really close here, so I don't want to get a reach this one pop and just make a mess with my glass. Because the problem is, you see, my glass has to be under this one and this one. So this one is perfect on this way. Unless we're gonna just let it go a little bit there. Remember, we have our gravity stops here. Okay, so now I'm just pushing down. Remember, we have gravity stops here, just careful. You see the molding is perfectly fit. That one is from Marcy, right there. The U7, PGUM7. Okay, and now we're gonna run our lead detector. It is hot today. Remember, we have to have red signal if in case it's leaking. Like that one, okay? It's a little difficult with the sound behind me, but alright. Because sometimes we have to only push them down a little bit when you have a little leak, because the bubbles or the breach you made when you make the onions, when you set the glue, they are not close enough. Just push them down and that's it. I don't have anything because it's just on these corners that I have to get careful, because remember there my breach right there. But the thing is gonna be perfect. Okie dokie. Okay guys, so we finished. So the only I have to do is just put my sensors, you know how everything come out, you know how it's gonna back in. Replaces the gel sensor pad, put the cowl, and we finish. Okay, so that's all my job for today. Tomorrow we have this Hummer, the old one, the H2, so that's gonna be a big one. And I'm gonna show you why we call the clips the monster clips, the Joe clips, because it's really difficult to pull those clips out. But I'll show you tomorrow, because we finished today. I got just this job and go home, because I want to work tomorrow. We'll be ready. Okay, see you tomorrow guys.